little older, that's the V-pads, for after the game, you know, it's a lot shorter and stuff that you usually get. You always want to bring your credentials. We brought a computer because the way it works is you shoot your pictures and then you go to the press box after the game. You give them and best images and then use those immediately. You want to have your extra battery, patches, monopods, because this stuff can get really heavy. Each lens, the camera right there, probably weighs 15, 20 pounds. You don't be doing that for 4 hours. Bring your cameras, and you want to have miscellaneous gear.
So step 2, arriving at the event when it's almost game time. So this is when you need to plan your locations. You need to see where you're going to be shooting, if it's from the sideline, if it's from the stands, wherever it may be. You need to set up your location where the light is desirable and where the background is pleasing. So no really distracting backgrounds. You want to make sure that you have nice light on the athletes' faces. So shooting, it's money time. This is where us photographers thrive. Our goal is to capture the entirety of the event, including peak action, players' reactions, and also the event setting. So you really want to capture the athletes in their prime. When they're peaking, when the quarterback is loading up to fire a ball to the end zone, you really want to capture the peak action of a moment.
I took last year for a magazine article of writing. I didn't shot much swim beforehand, but I researched online. I knew that I wanted to get a picture just as she was coming out of the water. So I set down really low on the swimming pool deck. I really like the blue background. I wanted to get a full as much of the face and the eye level as I could. So then I was tracking her to the pool, and just as she got to come up, I just held out the trigger. This is the frame I chose.
Go into our magazine's Instagram. This is a recent thing that we've added earlier this year. You can follow us at the Viking Sports Mag. And we just post photos that we've taken, photos that we like, both from our nice cameras and then from our iPhones as well. And we just post them here, and we hashtag a lot of hashtags here to get our photos kind of famous. But yeah, I have like this page of hashtags that I just post on every single photo. But this is one way to get your magazine or newspaper or whatever it may be kind of like famous in a way. We have a little bio here, Palo High School, Viking Sports Magazine. Follow us on Twitter. We follow college athletes, and we have our website there. So if you do start an Instagram or a social media account for your magazine or newspaper, whatever it may be, you definitely want a little bio here. And this is just a fun way to share our photos with people in an easy way. So if you have an iPhone, follow at Viking Sports Mag for some nice little photos. And that's pretty much our presentation.
So obviously we have a feel for how many of you are in your publication has sports are involved. So that's why we talk so much about sports. Why do we talk about sports? Because everybody has them. You can't avoid them. I'm sure most of you have watched the NBA playoffs this past week, watched the World Cup, the Olympics, and what I'm trying to get at is sports ultimately drive hits. So a little bit about the publication. The Viking started in 2007. It was the first strictly high school sports magazine, being run by a student body. Since then, we do 6 issues a year. The pages, they range from anywhere from 48 to 64 pages, depending on how much money we have. That's where the color comes from. We do everything from features, columns, and until March of 2011, we were actually hosted on the Pali Voice, which is a strictly online publication at Palo Alto High School. In 2011, we rolled out the first all high school sports website, vikingsportsmag.com, And from here, you can get anything. I mean, you get our beats, you get the features that were in the magazine. We have columns, videos, link to our YouTube account. We are all over online. We have the Viking Mag Twitter account, our website, we have a Facebook page, we now have an Instagram. It's been around for about a year now. This is BJ Boyd. He was drafted in the 4th round of the MLB draft last year. This is him hitting a triple. So again, anything that you can get online, do it. This is, I mean, obviously you can tell this isn't the greatest quality. It was taken on an iPhone, but even that, it's better than nothing, right?
Focus. And Focus is the broadcast program at Palo Alto High School. We do a daily television show. We also, just a little bit about how we work, we like to think we operate in 4 different time frames. We have long-term video, that's half an hour, it's called 2830. Medium-term broadcast packages, that's 2 to 3 minutes, like news or something that's happening. Short-term news stories are things like interviews like that we produce like during the class period and then air them during that show. And then super short-term event videos, what I call super short-term, I don't know if that's a real word, is things like a dunk or a spike or a kill. And that is where we're going to spend most of the time talking about.